Okay, good day, class. So we continue our discussion on propositions, and this time we will discuss the operations involving propositional variables. So propositions and propositional variables are combined using logical operators to form compound propositions. So we use these logical operators on old propositions in order to produce new propositions. In this case, the propositional variables become operands. Okay, the first type of operation that we will discuss is called negation. We will use the word not to form the negation of proposition. Aside from the word not, we can also use the phrase "it is not the case that" or the phrase "it is false that." However, these phrases are quite long, so instead we will stick to the word not. Now let's discuss how to form or how to get the truth values of negations. So suppose that our proposition is P, then the negation of P will be denoted by this symbol. We will read this symbol as not P. Now, to get the truth values of not P, okay, let's refer to this table. So suppose that the proposition P is false, then that means not P will be true. On the other hand, if the proposition P is true, then the negation not P will be false. So in other words, the truth value of the negation is just the opposite of the truth value of the original proposition. Now let's discuss how to state the negation of propositions. Okay, let's try on our first example. Suppose that we have the statement, "it will rain today." So the negation will be, "it will not rain today." We can also state this as "it won't rain today." So you can use your English skills to make your statement grammatically sound. Another example is Angela is hardworking. So the negation will be Angela is not hardworking. Finally, we have the proposition "you passed the course." Its negation will be "you did not pass the course." So that's it for negation. Okay, next we have compound proposition. A compound proposition is a proposition that contains two or more propositional variables and at least one logical operators. So the next type of operations that we will discuss are those that require two or more propositional variables. These logical operators are the following. We have the logical operator OR, and it has two types. We have the inclusive OR and the exclusive OR. Another logical operator that uses at least two or more propositional variables is AND. Another term for this is conjunction. Next one is if-then, which we can also call as implication or conditionals. And finally, we have the if and only if, which is also called biconditionals. Now let's focus first on the conjunction. The conjunction of propositions P and Q is described as follows. The word and is attached to form the conjunction of the propositions P and Q. In symbols, we will write this as this one. We read this symbol as P and Q. Aside from the word and, we can also use the keywords but, nevertheless, although, however, and yet. Now let's describe the truth value of the conjunction. The conjunction P and Q is true only when P and Q are simultaneously true. Now we can better describe this using the truth table. So in the truth table, if P and Q are both false, the conjunction is false. If P is false and Q is true, the conjunction is still false. If P is true, Q is false, the conjunction is still false. However, if P and Q are simultaneously true, then the conjunction is also true. Now let's discuss how to state conjunctions of two propositions. For our first example, let's try this one. P is the proposition John left, and Q is the proposition Carol arrived. So the conjunction will be John left and Carol arrived. Let's try another one. Let R be the proposition Vincent is smart, and let S be the proposition Vincent is hardworking. So the conjunction is Vincent is both smart and hardworking. Now I'd like to point out that the statement Vincent is smart and Vincent is hardworking is also the conjunction. However, we sometimes use our English skills to make the statement a little shorter. For our last example, GE Math MW is hard and GE Math MW is interesting. Now, in case the ideas are contrasting, instead of the word and, we can use the word but. So the conjunction can be stated as GE Math is hard, but it is interesting. So that's it for conjunction.